Hello everyone, I'm going to take you to Lakeside Athoor Resort today. It's quite an offbeat place. It's near Dindigul. As the name suggests, it is on the banks of Kamarajar Athoor Dam. This property is on the foothills or on the way to Kodaikanal Hills, and it turned out to be a blessing to me. So when we were coming down Kodaikanal, I felt very giddy and we decided to halt in Athoor Resort. And the property was so amazing. It was so relaxing and unwinding place that decided to do a workation here and extended my stay in this resort. So this is a Britisher's bungalow apparently. I think the reception along with the rooms are Britisher's bungalow, and they developed the cottages around it. So the property has rooms and cottages. The cottages are slightly bigger, so if you are a family, I would say take a cottage. It has 2 beds and an additional smaller bed, and that's a little bit more spacious than a room. But the disadvantage is the cottages does not have a direct view of the reservoir. The rooms have a direct view to the Athoor Dam reservoir, and that's absolutely beautiful to sit and watch all day. And that's precisely what I did. The day I came to the resort, there was nobody in the resort, so I had the option to walk around and choose between cottages, room, which one had the best view, and so forth. And because there were no one, the room felt very convenient choice. I was pretty much using all the space in the veranda. That's Pandya Nanna coming in to ask what I would like to have for lunch. He's the best cook in the world, hands down. I enjoy the food so much in this resort. So this is the main building which acts like your reception, your dining room, your study place, your play area. There's also a TV room. So all of the action goes here. And when I was working, I used to just come sit here, um, take all the calls, looking at this view, and have coffee and lemonade served at the table every time I wished for. So So this main building has the rooms as well. This is the room that I was staying in. It looks pretty simple. It looks really basic to be honest, but it was sufficient. Mainly because there was nobody in the resort. It was only in the weekend people were pouring in, and we found it a little congested because people were walking around the veranda and cottage would have given a privacy. But on a weekday when there were hardly anybody, this room was more than sufficient, I would say. Uh, and this is the Britishers' bungalow, I think, which they decided to maintain or retain as such. So this room is actually 6,000 per night for 2 people. Okay, this includes 3 times food, and even though the room looks basic, I felt it was totally worth it. One, the food is awesome, and the views and the birds. The place is just surrounded with so many birds. It's so fresh. You just wake up to, not just wake up, the entire day is filled with sunbirds chirping around, and so many birds. And the food, oh my god. So all I did was to have good food, which they ask you, by the way, the menu, what do you want, your preference, and then laze your afternoon by reading, looking at the view, and then wait for the birds to come and wake you up, and then again have your favorite food which you wished for, then go back again for birding. This place is awesome for birding, especially because the reservoir, you can walk all the way up to that end, and sit by the reservoir, watch all the actions. So many birds come by. In the evening, you can even see all the migratory birds on the little island that you can see on the reservoir. So many migratory birds had nested over there. The property itself is surrounded by a lot of birds. And more birding, and more good food, and again lays around, and then go hunting for birds again. This is a sunbird's nest, by the way. This is a discarded nest, but there was a nest with a bird which I waited for so long. And happily watch the sunset play colors. This was my everyday routine in this resort. So one fine morning, I woke up and we saw peacocks and peahens by the reservoir. They had come to beg for food. Uh, this is the actual sound recorded. I mean, look at the cacophony of all the birds around. You sit in silence and listen to this. That's how your mornings are going to be. It was quite meditative to sit by this reservoir, and needless to say, this was my favorite spot. You just sit, watch, and see life passing through. There was some fishing activity going on, and different birds put up a show for you. This is easily the best spot I've seen in a while. And as usual, once you are done with your meditative process, stuff yourself with good food. Once you are done with good food, come back to do more birding. And then some more food, and then some more birding. You get the gist, right? You see how I'm unwinding in this place? That's all you get to do. Now, if you are an adventurous type and looking for some thrill, there are some hiking and trekking trails on these hills which are behind the resort. So there is a temple which is inside a cave. There is a path to reach, but you can take the help of the resort manager, and he helps you arrange for people who can help you guide on these treks and hike. And he suggested to take their help. So that peak, you can go up to that peak, I believe. So that's a half a day trek, there's a full day trek, and that's another way to spend your vacation here. The last day, after a long wait, the sunbird decided to have a trust in me and posed for a few pictures. I hope you enjoy this property too. Please do like, subscribe to Masala Box Travel. See you soon.